myself, Umegosum. I am from Team AD Mars Pioneers. Thank you for your constructive feedback. We appreciate your observation and would like to clarify a few points. First, regarding Martian rocks and minerals, our objective was to introduce the major geological features that support the scientific value of our mission. We intentionally focused on the broader, included multiple sections. We aim to provide enough scientific background to justify our exploration objectives instead of giving a complete geological analysis. Regarding the presence of water on Mars, our purpose was to establish that Mars once had conditions that may have supported life. The detailed process behind atmospheric loss and the disappearance of the magnetic field are part of planetary evolution, which is a separate scientific topic. We mentioned the existence of ancient water because it directly supports our mission objective of searching for evidence of past habitability. Next slide. We would like to respectfully clarify that several environmental conditions were already covered in different sections of our presentation. In the Mars environment section, we explained the thin atmosphere, low gravity, dust storms, and the average surface temperature of around minus 60 degrees Celsius. Radiation was discussed later in our health and human adaptation sections where we explained the use of regolith shielding, personal radiation monitors, and a protected radiation shelter. We also addressed communication delays in our Mars mission technology section. Our presentation was intentionally organized so that each topic was explained in the section where it was most relevant rather than presenting all environmental challenges together. While we did not specifically discuss perchlorates, our focus was on the environmental factors that directly influenced our mission design, astronaut safety, and engineering solutions. Regarding the magnetic field, we acknowledge that the loss of Mars' magnetic field is one of the reasons that the planet lost much of its atmosphere. However, our objective was not to explain the complete geological evolution of Mars. We mentioned the presence of ancient water to establish the scientific basis for our mission and the possibility of past habitability. A detailed explanation of magnetic field loss and atmospheric escape is an important topic in planetary science, but it was beyond the scope of the background section of our presentation. Next slide. Thank you for your question. We would like to clarify that our presentation did not specifically adopt a two-launch strategy. So this concern is based on an assumption rather than our mission design. However, regardless of the launch architecture, crew safety remains our highest priority. Before astronauts began surface operations, all critical systems, including the habitat and life support systems, would be fully deployed, tested, and verified to ensure they are functioning correctly. If any critical system failed to operate properly, mission activities would not proceed until the issue was resolved. This verification process is an essential part of ensuring a safe and successful Mars mission. Next slide. We would like to clarify that our mission did not rely on a single engineer. Our crew consisted of a mission commander, a systems and engineering officer, a science and research officer, and a medical and life support officer. Each member had clearly defined responsibilities so the mission was not dependent on only one person. We assigned primary roles for clarity, but that does not mean the mission relied entirely on one individual. Our presentation was intended to provide a mission overview rather than a detailed reactor engineering design. The purpose of introducing the nuclear reactor was to explain how continuous power would be maintained on Mars. Detailed reactor specifications such as landing mechanism, thermal management, and exact power output fall under the engineering design phase rather than the mission design presentation. We would like to clarify that radiation protection was included in our presentation. We explained that the habitat would be covered with Martin regolith to act as a natural radiation shield. In addition, astronauts would wear personal radiation monitors, radiation sensors would continuously monitor radiation levels, and a protective radiation shelter was including for solar storm events. We would like to clarify that our presentation did include an emergency shelter in the safety and emergency procedure section. The emergency shelter is integrated within the habitat so that astronauts can reach it immediately during a dust storm, radiation event, or any other emergency without exposing themselves to the external Martian environment. Our focus was on explaining its purpose rather than describing its exact internal location. Next slide. Launch window. By the 26th month, we meant the approximately 26-month launch window that occurs because Earth and Mars align in the most favorable position for interplanetary travel. This is standard concept in Mars mission planning, and our intention was to refer to this launch opportunity, not the literal 26 months of the mission to landing site. We would like to clarify that our landing site was presented in a separate slide. We selected Arcadia Plancia and explained why it was chosen, including its underground ice deposits, relatively flat terrain, suitability for safe landing, and its potential for future human settlement. We also explained that the landing area would be scanned using cameras and sensors before touchdown. Next slide. The presentation focused on general facts about Mars instead of engineering. Defense. The introductory section provided scientific background to explain why Mars is suitable destination. The engineering aspects were present in later sections, including the habitat design, life support systems, power system, ISRU communication systems, rover operations, drilling technology, and safe procedure. Our presentation was intentionally structured to move from scientific context to engineering solutions. Surface scanning system was mentioned but not explained. Defense. We explained that the spacecraft would use cameras and sensors to scan the landing site and identify hazards before landing. In addition, autonomous drones would create 3D maps and identify safe routes for exploration. Our focus was on the function of the system rather than its internal engineering design. Water based exercise was not explained. We would like to clarify that our presentation did not purpose water based exercise. We explained that astronauts would use a treadmill, a resistance exercise machine, and a stationary bicycle to maintain muscle and bone health in low gravity. We would like to respectfully clarify that the extraction and purification process was already included in our presentation. We explained that underground ice would first be detected using scientific instruments, then extracted with a drilling machine, melted in an ice melting unit, filtered and sterilized using a UV purification system before being stored for drinking and other uses. Therefore, our presentation did explain both the extraction process and how the water would be made safe for human consumption. Next slide. Thank you.